Thanks, 11s and 12s. Let's have a look at this idea of competitive advantage. I want to give you some ideas because, as I've said, and as Wes pointed us on the direction to, competitive advantage is what holds holds really good presentations together. And it can come through now. This is starting to look more at coming through at the assessing the viability of the business. Right? This is the core of what you have to do. This is a feasibility study, so you have to assess whether the business is feasible or not. Like, will it work or not? And this is a way of thinking about your competitive advantage. So you should all have this idea of what separates your competitive advantage from the other businesses. And a core of it is something is going to be different about your good or service. It might be where it's delivered. It might be the quality of the service. It might be it's a service that's a little bit unique, that doesn't exist before. Right? Or it might be cheaper. Something makes it different. Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes we talk about first mover advantage, being the first person. So that's a very good business term to use there. And you can find some good business examples of first mover advantage. Uber would be a great one at the moment. Okay. First mover advantage means that you are first to market with an idea, which can be important. It can be very important. Now, I'm popping this up on Sector 2, so be aware of this. Here's some ways that you can look to differentiate your product, okay, or differentiate your business. First of all is that your product is different. Okay, I've given the example there, Volvo and safety. Right? You don't think of Volvo and excitement. It's different. It's safety, and maybe I think Mercedes is increasingly getting a reputation as being innovative in safety as well. The service. Think about what Apple do. I don't know if you've ever been in an Apple store and seen them like clapping when someone buys a product, or there's quite a bit of backup, so you can buy the laptop and come back in and get some training whenever you need. So service is what makes that different. Qantas would claim their service is what makes them different from Tiger Airways. Personnel, right, better staff. Google would be a really good example there. Right? If you're going to focus on personnel, how do you find the best staff that you can? Or a brand difference. And you can choose a few of those. Brand is quite an interesting thing because you all have got a chance to influence the way consumers see your brand as ethical or reliable or whatever it might be. So there are some different ways that your business can differentiate itself. Lastly, and here's how things start to tie together. If you want to think about things, right, you want to think about your business and how you've differentiated it, you'll say, what do I need to promote? For this assignment, you probably won't make any advertising material as such, but you might talk about your promotional strategy, your marketing strategy. One of the P's, promotion. And here's how you justify what you're going to promote. Let's have a think about my drone business. So skywriting drones. The difference is that it's going to be cheaper and novel. So is there a high value benefit to those people I'm trying to sell to? Look, probably not. I don't think it is something that's really important. It's not like a new medical treatment or anything like that. Is it distinctive? I think it is pretty distinctive for the price. Okay, being able to have a sign written in the sky by a drone, that's pretty distinct. So I might advertise it on that way. Is it superior to other advertising methods? I wouldn't have said it's superior. Can you communicate the difference? Yeah, you can. And some people mentioned when we looked at this, it'd be good to do some drone skywriting advertising, your drone skywriting service. And that would be quite a way of showing that you can communicate it. Right? Is it affordable? Absolutely. Right? That's a big part of it. And that was the big part of my competitive advantage. So you can see my competitive advantage coming through when I think about which differences I should promote. Okay. And will it be profitable for the buyer? That's probably not such a big thing. But you can see there, if you look at those and say, okay, which of these do I want to promote? And importantly, come back to here and think about how is your good or service different? How's your business different from others? And that's about your competitive advantage. Anyone have any questions or thoughts about that? Okay. It's an important little thing. This was, and don't get all sad on me, but this was the last little bit that we'll do on marketing. Okay. Remember, you've got the textbook and you've got those models. I emailed out one of the models to you guys today. Last bit on marketing. Next week, we'll start looking at operations management, which will be flowcharting how the service works, putting together all the inputs, and looking at the issue of quality, which is both a marketing and an operations management issue. But quality is so important. How do we assess how well we're going in delivering our business?